Lamar showing a little love again. 47-42. Lamar Jackson, look at some of those numbers right there. 11-17, 163 yards rushing. 9 rushes, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns. But he comes off the mat to rally the Ravens. Here is now the AFC playoff picture. Of course, the Chiefs are top seed. But you see the Browns, they're still in the wild card hunt. The Ravens are on the fringe. With this win, the Ravens, they move a little closer, but they're still going to need help, even if they continue to win. What an absolutely fantastic game. All right, TD, when you watch this game, I mean, how many times you like this is over, especially when Lamar Jackson was out and you see him come in on 4th and 5 and make the play to get his team back into the ballgame?
Well, you asked the question about when did I think it was over. I mean, think about it. Baltimore was up 28-14. And this is a new Cleveland Browns team. I mean, the old Cleveland Browns probably would have folded up shop and went home down by 14 points. But they fought back and took the lead. And then you go into this game, and Lamar was slipping all over the place. I don't know what's going on with his cleats. His cleats weren't long enough. He was just slipping and sliding all over the place. But you see why he is so special. The plays that he was making, bailing out of pocket, making throws like this you're seeing right here, that was a crucial play right there. 4th down, the game is over, essentially, if they don't get this 4th down. And the timing was crazy. Trace McSorley was in there, and he ended up getting hurt, and so Lamar had to come back in on 4th down. He comes in and makes these crazy plays. This game was the game of the year. The Browns can hold their heads up high because they did not disappoint. The Ravens were desperate. They needed to win this game to stay alive in the playoff race, and so they came out there and balled. And Lamar Jackson, the one thing I loved about what he did today was he was Lamar Jackson. He wasn't trying to prove he can be a passing quarterback from the pocket. He took advantage of what the defense gave him and made some opportunities for that team. He knew that if they were going to win this game, it was up to him to play well, and he played outstanding today.
You're absolutely right, TD. Both these quarterbacks got busy today. And you see the biggest plays of the ball game on both sides of the ball came when these quarterbacks got outside the pocket. Baker Mayfield got outside the pocket, made a bunch of plays with his legs and with his arm today. But when it mattered, the person with the ball last, Lamar Action Jackson, we knew that it was going to come down to that. The way this game was going, whoever had the ball last was going to win this ball game with the ball in his hand. And Lamar Action Jackson made the plays when he needed. But the explosive plays that we seen from the Baltimore Ravens today was when Lamar Jackson was getting outside the pocket, whether it was with his legs or with his arm, making plays. And you're exactly right. This is the MVP, Lamar Jackson, we are used to seeing. And thank God he came back in this game because the Ravens would have lost this one.
All right, JJ, they got the signature win against the Titans. Oh, they play another team in Baltimore that's now beaten them 3 times. They're not a real team. I think we can dissuade that right now. Other than what Baker Mayfield, what you saw, what do you think the Browns did on either side of the ball? Well, they got lit up on defense, but offensively, that you think is going to keep them in contention the rest of the way?
I mean, Steve, they put up 42 points on the board. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? I mean, listen, I always ask myself this question. What would the coach say to us if we walked off the field and put 42 points on the board as an offense? Nothing. Listen, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, they are capable of scoring points. And you see what Kareem Hunt, and you see what they were able to do with Chubb. I mean, their backfield is phenomenal. You know, obviously they need maybe one more playmaker. Landry was out there balling today, making plays. People-Jones was making some plays out there. But, I mean, Steve, I can't point to really anything to say that the Browns need to really work on this. Obviously, from a defensive standpoint, we have Myles Garrett, and the defense, they had some spurts in the game where they were playing extremely well. But you playing Lamar Jackson, he's playing like that. You can have 12 people on the field, and if you don't keep him in the pocket, it is difficult to beat the Baltimore Ravens.
You're right, TD, and I'm looking at this Browns offense. If this Browns offense can do what they did the last 2 weeks, you got to believe that this defense is going to play some football, and they're going to be able to make some plays down the stretch. But from the offensive standpoint, for you to do what you did to Tennessee and then come out and do what you did to the Baltimore Ravens defense, this offense has it going right now, man. Coach Stefanski has Baker Mayfield and this offense clicking. Baker looks comfortable. I mean, like I said before earlier in the show, he's getting outside the pocket, making some plays. plays. I mean, the play action pass is there. I mean, he is spinning the ball around to Higgins, Peoples-Jones, Landry. They have it going right now. And obviously, you have the two-headed monster in the backfield. But you're right. If you walked up to the Cleveland Browns defense and you're Baker Mayfield and you said, hey, Myles Garrett, I'm going to put up 42 tonight. All right, Myles Garrett would have said, all right, well, we're going to win by 21 then if you're going to put up 42. Defense had a bad night, but offense, hey, yeah, it's going to be one or two plays you wish you had back. The interception, hurt you. But other than that, hey, keep doing what you're doing. You played your tail off. Guys made plays. It just happens. You run into Lamar Action Jackson. He made a couple more plays than you did tonight.
Well, guys, look at some of the young quarterback play we've seen over the last two games from Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield, and Lamar Jackson. It is going to be a fantastic finish. And, gentlemen, we'll catch up a little bit later. But speaking of Lamar Jackson, Monday Night Football's Lisa Salters caught up with the reigning MVP.
Lamar, how would you describe this one?
A dogfight. Like I said in production, Cleveland is a great team. We beat them early in the season, but, they had to switch, and they came out here to play. It was a tough fighting game between two tough teams in the ALC, and we just came out with a victory.
How much did you have left in the tank in that last drive to set up that field goal?
I had everything in me. I got back to myself. I was cramping. I got back right, and that's all help to the doctors and Kev, our trainer. We just came out the victory.
What was happening back when you were in the locker room?
I was cramping. And I had to get some IVs in me for the cold, and we came out the victory.
Now, were you able to see the game? Did you know what was happening when you were back there getting IV?
I was trying to come back. I was stretching. Kev was walking with me, talking to me. I was getting ticked off because I seen, what was going our way. The guys came back for the Browns, made a tremendous play, scored a touchdown, and then I seen my guy Chase Money go down. And I was already coming back on the field. I got ticked off, and there it was.
So you came back out in the field. It's 4th and 5. The game is on the line. What are you thinking then?
We got to get it. We got to get it. We put too much into this game, and coming back from COVID and stuff like that, we can't see each other how we want to. We just had to come out with the victory, man.
Lamar, what does this victory say about your team?
We tough. We finished the game finally, and we just got to keep stacking.
If Trace McSorley had not gotten hurt, would you have come out?
I was still coming out no matter what. It was crunch time. It's going to go home for us right now. We got to keep it going.
Thanks, Lamar. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate you, Miss Lisa.
And here are tonight's Bridgestone clutch performers for your fantasy lineup. Of course, Lamar Jackson, 34.9 points. Baker Mayfield got it done. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. Look at all that Browns offense. And, there's Rashard Higgins as well.